Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Sports. Humidor shop talk. Cigars. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy, Mr. SmokeFella. Man, we back at you on this Saturday morning, man. Yeah, I know I move around a lot. I'm in the lab. We up at the cigar shop. Now, right now, I'm on my patio chilling, man. Nice little breeze outside. I said, what the hell? Let's go for it. So, man, we about to get into it as we do every Saturday morning, where we are going to be talking the latest in sports, how we do it in the cigar shops, man. Rough, rugged, raw, uncut, man. So, man, without ado, I got my man Lucky Lefty with me, bringing him in. Matter of fact, he ain't Lucky Lefty today. My apologies. It's Mimosa Luck, because you know what he doing.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, today is Mimosa Luck. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, but I was gifted some champagne, so I got me some orange juice, and I decided to have mimosas on the show today. So I'm
Man.
going to be a little bougie. Matter of fact, I'm going to have my pinky out.
Dude, you should have hit me up, man. I'd have straight up mimosa with you today, man. For real, for real. Because,
Last second call, you know what I mean?
oh, it was the last second play for the last shot.
Last shot, I was like, man, I got this champagne, got some orange juice. Go on, make it happen, man. You know.
So
Now
it was like,
some of the bros clown brothers with mimosas, but I don't care. I like mimosas.
And any of them that do be lying, because they'll go out on a date or be at the crib with their girl
Right.
sipping mimosas, dog, with they getting their toes painted. I don't want to hear that.
So today I'm dating. I'm having a date with myself. How about that?
Well,
Drinking my
okay.
mimosas.
Now you're getting a little weird, bro. You're getting a little weird. I was with you for about
It
10
happens.
seconds.
It happens.
You got a little weird there.
What up, big house? Big fella in the building.
What's up, big fella? You on early. Usually you don't come into the middle of the show, but we glad to have you anytime that you on, man. Should have said something. We'd have popped you on in, bro, because I know you always got a lot to say. Literally, a lot to say. But
Especially how
man,
him and Kev going about them Lakers and Bulls and Bears and Giants.
hey, I think you just gave me a hee hee. So, man, NBA playoffs, bro. Y'all want to start it like that? Let's go.
Hey,
Let's
do it.
go. So, man, you know, we'll start with last night. Last night you had Phoenix and Denver, that last game. It took Book to score 45 for them to win that game. And I mean, KD was KD in that first half. Book really kicked it into gear in that second half, man. But it's taking them a lot of energy, bro. A lot of energy to stay up with them, man.
Well, that's the lack of depth. Kev will talk about it all the time. That trade kind of took one of their top bench guys away. Mikal Bridges was a starter, but took one of their bench guys away. So yeah, those guys are gonna have to play a lot of minutes. You know what I mean? And they're gonna have to. It's gonna be tough on them, especially the way they get them soft tissue injuries. You see, Chris Paul already pulled a groin. Who's surprised about that? In other news, water's wet.
Bro, his groin is one of those little bitty rubber bands that you put on your little daughter's hair when you braiding her hair. Them little bitty rubber bands, dog. And he ain't even got the black joints, dog. He got yellow.
Exactly. And Book about a hamstring away too. You know how he is. One wrong step and he'll be out too. But yeah, man, you know what? Denver has been maybe the most disrespected one seed of all time, and they pretty much been at the top of the West all year. They didn't just creep in there. And finally getting
This
a
ain't the
chance to
first
watch
time you
them.
done said that though, bro.
Yeah, but
You
finally
done said it a lot.
getting a chance to watch them now. They got a nice team, man. That's a good basketball team. You know, you don't get a lot of Denver games. I guess Joker isn't isn't the fan favorite to watch. You know, you always kind of seeing the same teams, but dude, they deep. They got a nice team, man. Denver is nice. Denver is nice, man. So first everybody thought, oh yeah, you can just that like the Lakers and the Warriors and the Phoenixes will just walk through them. No, you gonna have you better bring it. Especially them having home court and that high altitude up there in Denver. So they're a problem. They definitely a problem, and I don't see Phoenix beating them in 7. I don't.
I don't see it going 7. And I'm gonna tell you like this: watching uh DeAndre Ayton to be a center, say he's 7 foot 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot man. He's very, very lean. Kevin Durant is thin. He's lean, and he's getting pushed around so much. Man, they hit him on the pass in the paint, and a lot of times he can't get his footing right because the Joker gave him a little shimmy shove, and dude, he off balance, man. He can't get a bucket. Now, if he come across and shoot that little baby hook that he had kind of perfected,
Mm-hmm.
or he more decent. But he's not getting that because the guards are dropping down on him, swiping, and he losing the ball. It's like, dude, you need to get in the gym. Put on a put on 40 pounds.
Well, you mean the weight room? I mean, the guy needs to get it. But Aiden's always been a thinner center, and he's always had issues with the bigger body centers like Joker. And Joker, Big House commented, man, Joker's a beast. He definitely is, and he knows how to use that size. He knows how to use his body. He knows how to position himself. I mean, pretty. He heavy foot, but he also light on his feet too at the same time. If that makes sense. So Aiden is more of that traditional center who really isn't it's kind of gone. It's kind of a lost thing, that traditional center that can kind of play guys in the post and block shots and things like that. So no, the Joker is going to be an issue for him. And the problem is the Joker can pull him outside. He can go inside, outside. Aiden don't know what's coming. He don't know what's coming.
Bro, one of the plays I was watching last night, Joker got the rebound. Instead of outletting it, he took it on the break.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say he was on the break, I mean he looked faster than he was moving faster than he looked. And Aiden was running behind him and couldn't catch him, bro. But the thing is, like you say, your comment you just made, he can get up the court quick. He can't jump over a penny,
Right.
but he got amazing footwork.
That's
That
what I was saying.
combination is like ridiculous.
That's what I was saying. If it makes sense, like he heavy foot but light on his feet, like it's weird. You know what I'm saying? He's slow, but he's swift. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know what it is. It's weird, man.
Okay, House. Now I gotta stop. You
It's a
said
great
Joker
question,
was a
though.
beast. I was with you. When you say the big fundamental, I assume that you're talking about Tim Duncan.
Timmy D, baby.
And I'll even go a little further. The first fundamental was Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
Now, those cats had 1,001 moves. They were shifty on the block. I mean, you can even throw Elijah in there as well. Those three individuals on the block was a terror. I don't know if Joker is a terror. He just one of those cats that you playing against him and you like, man, I got this chump. And then you look up and you see he got 35, you be like, damn.
But you know what? I'm gonna go with Big House. Yes. Yes, he is the new, like he's this era's big fundamental. And here's the thing that those
Now, if
other
you're
three,
gonna say that this
this
era's,
era. I'm not saying
I
he's
give you
better than
that.
Timmy D and nothing like
I give
that.
you that.
Nothing like that. No, But for a big to do what what he's capable of doing with the passing. He has a very high basketball IQ, you know. And one thing that those other three guys that you mentioned, like Joker can step out. He can shoot threes. His pass game is ridiculous. He got a post game. I mean, he got the full thing, man. So, you know, people may not like him, but you got to give him his props. And
My thing is, what
he's
is it not
definitely
to
this
like
year's rookie
about
of
him,
the year.
man? Because he ain't dunking on everybody
He's
or hitting you
right,
with the crossover.
right.
He ain't
He's
flashy.
boring. He's boring in a sense. You know what I mean? You know,
Man, listen, that's what you got Jamal Murray for. That's your flash,
all right. You
and
know,
he
everybody want to
he's your
see
consistency.
everybody want to see the 360 between the leg, do a cartwheel in the air, dunk. You know, that's all people care about these days. But that ain't Joker. That's
Nah,
just not him.
you're not.
You saw in the All-Star game, he was the last one picked, the very last one picked.
Well, for
Two-time
all-star
MVP,
purposes,
right?
uh,
But I'm just saying. But man, look, the dude, like, you know, before it was all about, you know, Denver can't win. Yeah, he putting up numbers with Denver can't win. Well, Denver's winning. Damn it, they winning now. So all those naysayers about Joker, it's time to start ordering your crow fried hard with extra lemon pepper on it.
yeah, I got to give you that,
Because
cause.
that dude's the truth. He's the truth.
But no, I'm gonna tell you the I'll call him the X factor. Old ass Green.
Jeff Green. I
Jeff
love Jeff Green.
Green been around the league, dude. I don't even know. I gotta look that up. How long he been in the league, man? Because he came baseline and got damned out,
Hmm.
man. When he dunked that ball, you'd have thought he was 19. I said, Jeff Green still got it, huh?
Dude, every time I see Jeff Green on a new team, I can't figure it out why people move him. Man, he's a solid he's a solid rotation player, two-way. He got size. He can guard multiple positions. He can shoot it. Like, he's a solid defender. I don't know why he keep bouncing around the league. I really don't. Yeah, I know he old as dirt, but like you say, he still got it, man. Like, this dude has been everywhere he goes, he's productive. Everywhere he goes, he's productive. And like, he's definitely a guy you want off your bench. And you see what he's doing. You see what he's doing in Denver, man. Like, I guess it's just the winning thing, what people don't like, or that kind of makes them fall under the radar. But Jeff Green is man, I love watching Jeff Green play.
He is a hard hat dude, and
With skills. He can he can ball.
he's somewhat of a two-way player because he's gonna
Hmm.
give you the defense all day long. He's
Hmm.
gonna give you all those things that you want in your hard hat guy, but then some nights you're gonna be like, damn, how he got 20? Damn, he
Yeah,
got 15. Quiet 15.
I'm telling you. And he can guard. You look at it with his size. He can guard 3, 4, and even when people go to smaller lineups, he can guard the 5. He's 6'9". He's six
Yeah.
nine. He agile. He can move. Like, man, I'm telling you, I don't know why. I don't know how this dude keep bouncing around. Why he hasn't gotten to one team and kind of just been there consistently and just stayed. He's a good player, damn good player, especially for
Well,
today's game. How the game is set up.
I'll let you answer this question first from House.
Uh when you talk GOAT centers, when you're talking Kareem and Wilt and Shaq and people like that, Elijah Wan's, not yet, House. Not yet. I'm not gonna put him in there yet. Definitely I mean, he's working his way into the conversation, but you also have to look at the fact that this is a positionless era. So, you know, somebody with his size and skill set, you know, should dominate the way he's dominating. But, you know, he's not going up against other great centers every night or every other night, like
True.
the people we mentioned before. You know, it's not, you don't have no you and Elijah Wan battles, no David Robinson, Elijah Wan type battles, no Shaq
Patrick
versus
Ewing.
Mutombo, you and like, we ain't got that no more.
Right. You
You
ain't
know,
got the
so
battle with the bigs.
right, so it's kind of hard to put him in that conversation. But hey, man, he get a couple of rings on his finger, and we could talk about
Yeah. Now that's the key.
it. Yeah.
Now, let's see, Lefty. Then we get in there. You know, you got the people that want when they talking about greatness, they be like, well, why you got to put rings in there? I mean, dude, the rings solidify you. You know, solidify your greatness, your legend. Rings have to come into the conversation. It is what it is. You can't you can't have an argument about greatness. And
Rings didn't come into play until the Jordan LeBron debate started.
oh
That's when the
man,
ring
here
thing
you
came.
go with your conspiracy theory.
I'm just saying that's when the ring count. That's when the ring count became so important because there was plenty of guys who were considered great without rings or before rings. Some people were calling Jordan the GOAT when he only had 3 rings after the first 3-peat that he was the greatest ever to do it. Some people said Magic. Some people said Bird. And they didn't have, they only had Bird had 3. Magic got 5. Nobody talked about Russell's 11 and this, that, and other. When the ring count started with the Jordan LeBron thing, so it is a thing now. Same with the Tom Brady. That went over into football now with Tom Brady.
Well, hold on, Lefty.
Calling him the GOAT.
Let me take you back.
Mm-hmm.
Bird and Magic. Who was better? Who won the chip? It mattered back then when it came to them.
No, it didn't. The Bird Magic debate never involved rings.
It involved about winning the
Rings were never
championship.
part of
That
the
was a
argument.
ring.
No, I'm just saying it was never because Magic had 5, Bird had 3. But a lot of people still had Bird and Magic on the same scale, at the same level. Some people even think Bird was better than Magic. So the ring thing didn't come into account with them.
Well,
it did not.
That we'll have that debate at another time with them two. Yeah, because that's a debate to have, bro.
Yeah.
That's a debate to have, you know. And okay, Vernon is always the spoiler. He always that kid in the back of the class that got something to say after the teacher. You know,
Right.
if they trolling, they'll say Robert Ory. It's always one.
Facts.
It's always one. But
Facts.
okay, you want to say Robert Ory, you might as well say Judd Bushler, John Paxson, Steve Kerr. They were role players that got that ice because they was with a legend. They was with a star.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Bill Russell was never considered the GOAT, and he got 11. How many does Havlicek have? And all those cats, none of them have been considered the GOAT. This ring thing just started with the Jordan LeBron thing. Now all of a sudden it's the main factor with everything. So if we're gonna count it, we're gonna count it. If for Joker to start getting that conversation, you have to put a couple
All right,
rings in.
I'll give you that. If we're gonna count it in one aspect, you got to count it in the other.
Right.
I get you.
He needs some hardware other than MVP, other than league MVP.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, what your shirt say? What's that?
Smoke Essence.
All right.
Shout out to Grip and Leslie. This day gear. Check them out, man. You can catch them on Instagram. See them all over the place. You see us rocking it. Always supporting our people, for sure.
Support them, but I'm gonna tell you this: for everybody out there, I give y'all a warning. When y'all see Grip, do this. Don't shake his hand, man. He pull your rotator cuff out. He didn't get the name right. His name is Vice Grip for a reason, bro. I'm still recovering from last Saturday.
My man,
Shout out to Grip, man.
I saw them last night. In fact, we got a picture on Facebook and Instagram now. All 3 of us was rocking the gear. So yeah, you check that out. But yeah, check them out, man. Comfortable gear, jogging pants, jogging suits, all type of jackets. They got the whole shebang over there.
That's what's up for the cigar world, man. The Leaf. The Leaf is where it's at, man. I mean, we always in the cigar shop, man. We talking sports, we talking politics. I mean, any relationships. I mean, anything you got, it's being discussed in the cigar shops, man. And plug out to Humidor Shop Talk cause it's back. Yes,
The return, baby.
The SmokeFellas got another show, and it's called. If you don't know, it's called Humidor Shop Talk, Raw and Uncut. Now we talk sports here on Humidor Sports and Cigars, but on Shop Talk,
oh yeah,
it's whatever.
Get a little raunchy.
Yeah. as what you say, that's after dark talk.
Definitely after
You
dark.
know what I'm saying?
Put the kids to bed. Not safe for work.
Right. You can't
NSFW.
be having that on at the job or with the kids sitting on your lap.
Because no
But
telling what you're
man,
gonna hear on that show.
but Lefty, all right. Other before we get into some of the other games, um, Milwaukee Bucks, Budenhauser, see you later. Now a lot of people are like, what? But I do remember a year before they won it, he was on the hot
He
seat,
was on the
bro.
hot seat. He was.
You
And
know, he
and you called it. You definitely called it. I was shocked. I was
I
shocked.
wasn't.
I mean, he just won a title 2 years ago. I mean, some guy, hell, Doc Rivers keep jobs forever off that one title in Boston.
Hey man, don't get me started there.
I'm just
You know,
saying.
you know
He
my
living off
feelings on
that
that,
title in
man.
Boston.
I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, he's a good dude, and maybe that's part of the effect. But Jesus, man, come on, Doc.
He is eating off that one title in Boston. Eating. So I'm saying for Budenhauser to get it, it had to be something more. Now I listening to a report that Giannis was never a big fan of his. So
Mm.
that probably played a part in it. So it just kind of gave him a reason. And Giannis is up after next year, something like that, I
Is that
believe.
because he was never playing his brother?
Well, his brother shouldn't play. So I don't know if that should be the reason. But I don't know if I don't know. Yeah, so and that's something that that was kind of kept in house. That Giannis was never a big fan of his. You notice he didn't come out and defend him when he got fired.
No, he
The
didn't.
question is going to be who do you replace him with?
A lot of times things that are not said
Mm-hmm.
tell the whole story.
Wow. For them to pop him after what Milwaukee hadn't won the title since Kareem back in the 70s or some shit like that. For him to take that team where he took him to the point where they won a championship, and then 2 years later, even though it may have been the biggest, I'll say it, Giannis don't like to say it, but failure overall as a team, not as a player, but it may be the biggest fail of all time because they were the Vegas odds-on favorite to win the whole thing. They didn't get out of round one. They didn't get out of round one,
That's
bro.
strong.
So
That's strong, man.
that's
You don't
heavy,
get out
man.
of round one. And now, don't get me wrong with Budenhauser. I've been critical of him, but I've only been critical of him because of adjustments. He he couldn't make adjustments on the fly, and from the first half to the second half, he didn't make the necessary adjustments. I mean, it was evident in this series how Jimmy was cooking them from jump ball. So when you go in the locker room for that 20 minutes, you and your assistants supposed to be putting your head together. What can we do to kind of slow Jimmy down? And I mean, sometimes when the player's just hot, he hot. I get it, but you got
Right.
to make it more difficult for him. And they didn't. They just kept trying to use Holiday to guard him,
Mm-hmm.
and he was cooking them. You said it. You said it. Whatchamacallit should have jumped up and said, "Let me take him, coach. I got him." The Greek should have said, "Okay, I can bother him. I'm longer arms. You don't have to get up close on him because your arm's long. When he goes to the basket, I mean, you know, it is what it is."
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I just watching that series, man. It just felt like Miami started bullying them around, and that should never happen to a team with possibly the best player in the league on it. Middleton didn't have a great series either. I mean, and we always talk about him being a big key factor in that. And man, Jimmy gets in those zones from time to time, but they still should have been able to stage that off. They should have been able to kind of hold them off, and it's even if it went 7, for them to lose the way they lost, it was pretty much embarrassing. Good morning, Timothy. May God continue to bless you and your ministry. Carry on.
Hey man,
God bless you, sir.
listen, man, listen. Uh, you kind of said it when we were talking at the shop. As though Udoka, like, damn, I should have held out. Cause imagine him taking over a Bucks team.
Oh my God. Hide your wives, but shoot, put up the banners.
Man,
Hide your old lady.
hey,
But you know.
hey, he was literally gonna be on that cheese and wine.
Man. So initially, because when we were first talking about it, and not knowing that the Milwaukee job was going to come open, of course, I thought he should have took Toronto. That's what I was thinking.
You did say that. You did say that.
I was thinking he should have held out for the Toronto job, but I mean, I wish him the best luck. Houston got some couple of young gunners over there though, and if they end up with that big boy from France, Winterbum, whatever his name is, they end up with that dude. They could be a problem.
Nobody can pronounce his name right now, but if he come in and be that superstar that they think he is, everybody gonna know that name. He gonna get a cool ass nickname too.
Or either big boy from Bama too. Pistol Pete. What's his name? The one with the
Miller.
Yeah,
Anthony Miller.
Yeah, Miller. He if they get him.
Hold on. Wait a minute. What
happened?
What did you call him, man?
Pistol Pete.
Pistol. Come on, man.
Yeah, Pistol Pete.
Come on, man.
Yeah. He's
that's gonna be his nickname in the league, Pistol.
Yeah, for me, Pistol Pete. Put the guns up, brother. Get your life in order, man. You about to be a millionaire. You're not doing dumb shit like that, man.
Remember the commercial with the Converse commercial with all of them in there? It's gonna be a Smith and Wesson commercial with him and Ja.
Right. Right. You need to go to Memphis. Him and them could be the Gun Brothers. Oh, man.
Not the Splash Brothers, the Gun Brothers.
The Gun Brothers.
Come on, man.
Nah, but Duke can go, man. So just think if Houston, if they end up, because I think were they the worst team, or was it San Antonio this year? Was it Houston?
It's between Toronto.
No, Toronto's in the play-in.
Yeah, Toronto's in play-in, so it's between Houston and
I like that too. The Young Gunners. I like that. That's a good one.
The Young Gunners.
That's a good one too.
Hey, just imagine if he went to Toronto. They call him the Winter Soldier.
Oh, I like that. I like that one.
All my Marvel fans out there.
Shout out to Marvel. I'm going to see Guardians of the Galaxy either today or tomorrow.
Right. I'm telling you. The Winter Soldier.
The soldier.
Man, that's what you get here. This is how we doing it in the cigar shop, man. This is Humidor Sports and Cigars by way of Sports Zone, man. This is what we do, man. We give you the sports uncut, raw, but we also give you the jokes to go along with it. Things that they will not say on your regular sports podcast or news outlets. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm challenging. I've been watching Cam and Mace podcast too, man. It's actually pretty funny. Like they kind of got, we kind of got the same little motto, like how we talk, like theirs is like barbershop talk, ours is cigar shop talk, which is pretty much all the same thing. But they go in on motherfuckers. Just the only thing with them is they respond to them. Like Pat Bev had something to say to Cam, and he told Pat Bev to go get some ass before the game so he can calm down. Like they're pretty wild. They pretty wild on the show, man.
Yeah,
they remind us a lot, man. So Cam and Mace, if y'all listening, let's link up. Link up and talk some shit.
Shots out to them, man.
Let's link up and talk shit.
Cause man, they do talk a lot.
We'll piss everybody
They talk a lot of shit.
And the other one is what's the name show with the Damn, Matt Barnes and Steven
Matt
Jackson.
Barnes and Steven Jackson,
I
man.
love they show too. They talk some shit too. They talk
What
some
is that?
shit.
All the smoke?
All the smoke. Yeah.
Because they bring the smoke, dog.
Yeah, let's all link up, man. Get on each other's shows and talk some shit. Talk some good shit.
And I also like KG. I like
Yeah,
KG
KG shit's
because
good too.
he
KG's good.
he raw, man. He is raw, and he don't care. He gives
No,
none.
zero. He with the shits every episode. Every episode he with.
All right, man. Let's get on to Philly, Boston. You won MVP. First of all, they announced it in Game 2 when y'all win in Boston.
Right.
When did they do that? They wait till you at home. They give it to you when announce it, so everybody's going crazy. But they announced it while he was in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
He doing interviews, conference calls. That he doing all of that in what is it, TD Arena, whatever, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said I was listening to sports radio. They said if Allback was there, he'd shut all that shit down. You ain't doing this shit here. You ain't doing this here. You wait till you get back to Philly. Or you going to go ahead and do your interviews outside, not in here. Back
Yeah,
in the day, they were strong on stuff like that.
you know what? To me, man, they probably should do that a little sooner before the playoffs even start, because I know it's kind of hard. It's such a short window, but they don't take long to vote on that. That's before the playoffs start, because it's a regular season award,
Right.
and the playoffs play no part in it. The playoff numbers, not even the play-in numbers, none of that plays a part in it. So announce that before, and then during the second round of playoffs, like ain't nobody focusing on Embiid being the MVP of the league. They trying to win a damn series, and they got the little ceremony before the game and all that, and giving them the trophy, and
Well,
then got their ass whooped.
your boy kind of took it personal.
Who, Tatum?
Tatum.
Yeah, I mean, they go out there and get your ass whooped. What is that about?
Man. Got whooped so bad, it's like your big brother had to come put his arm around you and walk you home from the park because you got your ass whooped when Embiid was like, it's going to be all right. Stay up, Harden. Stay up.
They was like, how many of them jumped us?
Right.
It was too many of them.
Man,
they put the bops on there.
And I can't even go with Doc Rivers for this.
But I mean, honestly, man, Boston's just a better team. I mean, let's face it. It got interesting when Philly stole Game 1 without Embiid. It got interesting. Maybe Boston kind of played down, which I kind of watched them all year, and they kind of played down to their competition.
Right.
So I think they went into that Game 1, no Embiid, cakewalk, whatever. But then Harden just exploded on them. But you see these last two games, man, they came out focused, and Philly can't hold a torch to them. Philly cannot hold a torch to Boston at all.
And it's something about, I can't pronounce they coach's name, but it's I need dude to wear some sunglasses, bro, when he's doing his press conference, man, because is he looking over there? Is he looking here? He just got this deranged, crazy man look.
He definitely has the face of a school shooter. Like he just does. He does. It's weird. It's spooky. It's creepy. It's creepy, but kind of like mentally ill. It don't look right. I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Bro, this morning I was trying to solve a crime before the show, so I was watching Law and Order with Benson Stabler and Oliphant, and it was about a school shooter, and he had that look, bro. So you own to something.
Look, man. He kind of got that look,
man. Yeah.
Like if you saw him in the summertime with a trench coat, you should run. You should definitely go the way, like leave the building, because something about to happen. He looked like one of them dudes. Maybe 85 degrees. He got a whole trench coat on. He's like,
Or you hit a comment when you in the spot. Is that him right there?
Hey man, keep your head on the swivel out here. I move the hell around. I don't see shit don't look right, and that dude
Man.
creeps me the fuck out.
Yeah, he kind of looked like he should have braids.
Yeah, something's wrong with him. But not look,
So,
Boston is all year I've been saying it. They the deepest team in the league. Hell of a bench. Robert Williams can stay healthy defensively. Him and Marcus Smart, like they're a solid defensive team. They got guys who can, they got a lot of good two-way players. And I know everybody loves Jason Tatum, but I think Jaylen Brown is the dude for over there for me.
well,
Like
last
Jaylen
week,
Brown's
what did
that
I tell
dude,
y'all?
man.
Last week, I had my 6 wings fried high with light lemon pepper on it. With my mild sauce on the side, not on it. Because remember, I said that they needed to split up Tatum and Brown. But as I have watched them very closely this year, man, they 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 1A and 1B, and
Yeah.
they play off each other so well, man. And you know, I gotta call him the Mask Avenger. Ever since he got put that mask on,
Oh yeah.
he just he just looked terrifying when he coming down the court and he hit you with that cross, that jab. I mean,
There's no way Tatum could carry that team without him. Like they wouldn't be nowhere near as good. Tatum would get his numbers, but this team would not be as good without Jaylen Brown.
and you
Without
know
Jaylen Brown.
me, I'm quick to say Batman, Robin. I can't say that with them two.
No, they more like Iron Man and Captain America, which I really don't like Captain America. So I'm gonna say Thor. They like Iron Man and Thor. Like
Come
they
on,
both
man. You
there.
don't like Cap
No, man, I don't like
because he
Cap.
a goody two shoe and you was always the bad boy. Is that what
No,
it is?
because my man comedian Ryan Clark said it best. Like first of all, he got stuck with a dirty needle, so that's steroids. So he didn't even get his powers legit. Secondly, he was fucking Captain America during slavery. If you look at when he became Captain America, where the hell was he at? I know he got frozen ice and all that shit, but it was Jim Crow and all type of shit going on. Fuck him. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. And his suit is like the flag is Puerto Rican. It ain't even the American flag.
Come
So
on,
he's
man.
horrible. Yeah, he should be Captain Puerto Rico.
Bro,
El
you
Capitan
just
Puerto Rico.
dissected Captain America whole
I
you
don't
did.
like him. I'm not a fan of him at all. I don't like him. He comes around with a shield. It's the worst shit ever. It's terrible. He's horrible. He's terrible. I don't
And
like him.
we've been boys for 30 years, man.
You
But
never
you
know I
come up
felt that way about Captain America.
if you went missing, man, and you came back and you was whooping my ass, I'm not just gonna not fight back, bro. You
Right.
gonna know you been in the fight. I'm just
Right.
not gonna let my boy, the Winter Soldier, just beat my ass.
He let
It's
his
not.
and he let his boy go kill people. Come on, dude. I ain't no fan of his at all.
Yeah,
No, he's
yeah.
horrible.
And I did lose some love when he knew that Bucky killed
It's Tony Stark's
Iron.
parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Come on, man. He the one
Type
that
of
created you. You supposed to end him yourself.
type of friend is that? I hate it. I hated the movies. I did like Winter Soldier. That was a good one. Civil War was good too. But I just don't like him personally. But yeah. Okay, let's get back to the sports.
You find out a lot about your friends, Sean. 30 years,
Just
I
don't
ain't
like.
never know he had a disdain for
I don't
Captain
like. I don't
America
like
like
Captain
that.
America. I don't like him.
Damn.
And I would call him racist, but he run around with Anthony Mackie with Falcon, so I ain't gonna call him racist. But yeah, go ahead. I don't like him.
All right. You got the Knicks. You got the Knicks, man. I mean, shout out to our man Silk, man. But I don't know. It's just something about the Knicks, man. You know, I I don't even know what to say about them, man.
Well, I guess because we so used to them failing, it's like we waiting for them to slide, like we waiting for them. But watching them, man, like really, really paying attention to them, uh, they a good team, man. RJ Barrett took a few years, but like he coming into his own. I hate what's his name with the dreads with the lefty. That's my
Randall,
kinfolk. Yeah, I hate Randall's game. It's just so wild and OC, But Jalen Brunson is the key there, man. And I
yeah,
already had my crow about Jalen Brunson. I thought it was the worst signing in the offseason ever, but clearly, man, this dude, if you can take the Knicks And the Knicks had 89 different rosters that couldn't win, with a bunch of stars on everything. He taking his team, man. And
That's the first month of the season.
yeah, I mean, he doing his thing, man. And you got to give it to him. Dude, tough. He crafty. He can score. I mean, he's all that. And yeah, but to me, Randall
Well,
kind of takes away from him.
yeah, you hit it. You spot on when you say he's got this wild game. You know, if you never played basketball, whether you're in a park, uh, actual, organized, when you play against a player that's wild like him, you get in an ice bath after the game
Oh yeah,
because he beats you up and you on defense.
right, right. Who's a hack on offense? That's the word. I ain't never heard no shit like that in my life. Like, and then sometimes he'll just take the ball, and it's almost like, what are you about to do? Like, even his teammates be looking at him like they don't know whether to cut, whether to stay back. Nobody knows what to do because this game is so unorthodox. He do that little drill between the legs and that wild hook shot and all that shit. We jack up a three. You just don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah. So, I mean, that series, that series right now for me, it can still go either way. Kev said at the beginning of the playoffs that he hopes that injuries don't don't kind of
Until the
rule over the
playoffs.
playoffs, control the playoffs, man.
Mhm.
And the injuries have come at key moments, like when Jimmy went down and he didn't play. That was big. It killed their whole momentum, their whole rhythm.
What is that? That series still 1-1? Or is it 2-1?
That series now is 1-1. They play at
Well,
2:30.
yeah, and I think even with that, I don't think his injury is maybe a little. I'm not gonna say it's not. I think he could play through it, but the fact that they already stole home court, it's like let's rest him. Let's get him as close to
Yeah,
100% as we could possibly get him. So I think Jimmy could have went, and Miami was still tough even in the game without Jimmy. I mean, man, we don't give Eric Spoelstra enough credit. You know,
he's a hell of a coach, man.
everybody thought because he had Wade, Bosch, and LeBron that he was just like coaching. People used to say Pat Riley was calling plays from the up in the booth and shit like that. Like he never got credit, but that team is always tough. They play hard. That's a tough squad, man. You got to get Spoelstra. We got to start giving Spoelstra some credit. And
Yeah.
this series, even though I'm rolling with the Silk and the Knicks to win the series, but it's gonna be tough. Miami ain't no walk in the park.
Can you really stomach Silk if they keep winning, man?
Well, Silk, my boy, I could take it. Hey,
He my
look,
boy, man.
when you
But
lose as much as him, Will God Lions, when you lose that much, you got to be happy for him time to time, man.
so you got sympathy for Silk. Silk
Yeah,
got
man,
sympathy
sympathy,
for you on
brother.
the show, man.
All Knicks fans, man. Stephen A. All them people, man. Y'all been dealing with
Spike
that shit
Lee,
for years. Yeah, y'all been
Seinfeld.
disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. It's like being a Bears fan. We know how it is. We feel y'all pain.
All right, all right. I can give you some love on that. All right. So the biggest series of the playoffs right now, LBJ versus Curry in the kitchen. Now, Will folks, I hear you. Draymond is a hack on offense, but everybody loves the
Draymond
Warriors.
like offense. Damn. I Will, we don't agree on a lot of shit, but I can agree with you on that one. You right. You right.
But you okay. This series, I gotta talk about Mr. Glass, aka Mr. Street Clothes, uh, Mr. I don't like to bang in the paint, because you don't score 31 in game one and then come back and pretty much wet the bed. But me and Kev argued all week through our little text stream, he had 21 in the first half and only ended up with 31.
Well, you had other guys heat up. D'Lo heated up in that third quarter, game one. Reeves hit a couple of big shots, and then like for all the talk about LeBron and AD and all this, the Lakers they driving point is defense. They're a tough defensive team, man. Like they got a lot of grinders out there. Vanderbilt, Reeves, those guys get after it. AD can block shots with the best of them. LeBron, every now and then revert back and play a little defense, and even just those blindside blocks. Like the Lakers are a very tough defensive team, and that's the that's their driving point. Like they're gonna have their times. This series, though, I think the every other day favors Golden State over the Lakers. Even though I still got the Lakers to win that series, but I think that favors them because as we've seen all year, like they don't do well off back-to-backs when they get those tough runs where they got to play a lot of games. Like the Lakers are always good off a long rest. They came in a game one. Golden State had just came off a 7-game series. The Lakers had 4 days rest, I think, before game one. And you saw that the energy was a lot compared to from game one to game two was totally different. I mean, they started out game two pretty tough, but they kind of wore down. And that's the thing. They can do it in spurts. And that's why I think
let me tell you this.
Is defense more than anything.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this because I need the NBA to have the same energy because what's the little German guard, Schroeder?
Mm-hmm.
Why wasn't he thrown out the game, bro? Where he purposely pulled Draymond's knee. Now, as I looked at it, okay, I've used some plays like that, being a small guard and all of that. Big man set a screen. I did some dirt. Okay, I have. But he pulled the man's knee. Now, is it because he was short? He was just trying to pull his leg, and so he couldn't roll. I get that. But you short. Thought you was gonna be grabbing his thigh, but you were shorty. So you grabbed his knee and you pulled it. You could have hit if he had a hamstring like Booker or CP3, he'd have been out.
Oh, definitely.
But he only got a flagrant one. Have that same energy, man. You want consistency? Have it, and he was chirping with Draymond the whole game.
Yeah, but the issue with I think it's what they talked about with Dylan, even with Draymond. It's your history. And like Schroeder's not known to be a dirty player or nothing like that. He doesn't have that type of reputation. He don't even get a lot of texts. He's not even that type of dude. You rarely see him chirping at the refs and things like that. Yeah, he got I just from watching him over the years, I don't think he did it with the intent to hurt Draymond. But yeah, I mean, I think all that plays a factor. All that plays a factor when you start talking about suspensions and getting ejections from games. Like you said, if Draymond would have did it, he probably ejected.
Well, Williams got a concussion.
Folks, that's a great point.
Williams got a concussion.
Yeah, Embiid stomping that dude's head in.
He should. If he don't, I mean, you got a head like a rock.
And Embiid is another hack on offense too. Like I swear, if I see him on the ground one more time, I'm gonna kick him up his tall ass. I can't stand. He flop around like a fish out of water, man. Like he falls for no reason. Like, dude, get up. You 7 feet, 280, and a dude 6'1", just get you a little shove, and you all over the ground, swelling your arms out. Remember, he smacked Zach LaVine, just welting his arms around and shit all the time, man. Like, come on, dude, play with some control. Like, he's terrible. Dude is terrible.
Now, Lefty, you kind of gave me an alley-oop. You was talking about a player that fell for no reason. Social media went crazy on your boy at the end of the first half of the Golden State Lakers.
He slipped. He did try to sell it. If you look, he slipped a little bit, but he sold it. That's what LeBron do, baby. He sell it.
I mean, all of a sudden his big ass went down, and I was like, okay, I thought he bumped into his boy, but then when I saw the clips on social media and all that,
it was
bro.
horrible. preparing for his acting career when his basketball career over, man. He's trying to get Equalizer 4, baby. Denzel gonna probably die in this one. He'll probably be no Equalizer, baby. Just practicing. Get up off LBJ, man.
I see him being a hitman that get taken out early in John Wick 6.
Go out, take him out the box early in the game.
And the thing is, he gonna have a horrific death, kind of like Boban.
Right.
Boban got taken out with a book.
Right. This big, humongous man. Come on, dude.
He took him out with a book, dog. Took his whole esophagus out, man.
Man, quick. Yeah, man. But all these bigs, and you know what? Even getting back to this Lakers Golden State series, AD, you notice he's not on the floor as much, and he's not getting hurt. You know that like, you know how it is, man. Like I always say, I don't think these cats played on concrete. Like we hooped growing up on concrete. You didn't want to hit the concrete.
You didn't want to hit the ground.
You never want to be on the damn ground, man. Like it hurts. And people don't understand even the strain of getting up, like constantly trying to pop your body up off the floor. You know, that's why lunges and things like that is an exercise. It's hard because it's working muscles, it's strain. So when they constantly falling on the floor, play strong, play big. You know, if you want to, I know they want to try to sell it all to the refs. Everybody trying to make outsmart the refs and shit like that. But stay your big ass up.
You might as well play in the WNBA because they fall less than some of these cats in the league, bro.
A bunch, they didn't hardly ever fall. Nobody like hitting no damn floor all the time and having to bounce back up.
Because if you ever played,
football players walk like Fred Sanford after they retire, constantly getting up off the damn ground, man. That shit is a wear and tear.
Remember the drill when the coach, you got the two players here and the coach will roll the ball out. And you got to dive and go get it.
Yeah.
I hated that drill because, man, I don't know how many floor burns and whatever I had. And these cats be on the floor all day long, and you hit it on the head. We played concrete, man. Concrete. You're not trying to hit the ground.
I was never trying to hit no damn ground.
Because if you hit the ground, guess what? You were scarred for the rest of the summer.
Yeah. And you don't want to get stepped on. And with a lot of them cases, we've seen it a lot. They fall into their teammates and fall into their knee, and somebody end up tearing a meniscus or some shit because your big ass won't play strong and stay on your feet. And B, I would never want to be in the hole when he in there because that big, I don't know what the hell wrong with him. He's just like he ain't coordinated or something. He always rolling around on the damn ground, man. You're gonna take out an ankle or a knee on one of your teammates doing that shit.
He getting his pat in the van on.
Oh man, shout out to Vegas coming up.
PG 69. Sorry, but
Candy said I jinxed street clothes, man. I ain't jinxing. No, man. If he just stay up on his feet and play strong and not be on the ground as much, he has less chance of getting hurt.
Gandy is on the road today, man. He on the road today, Gandy. But I'm gonna see you in Vegas.
Oh man.
I'm just gonna ask you head or gut as soon as I see you. And Gandy, you got the question of the day. Where's Kyrie Louder?
I don't know, kid. I can't keep taking up for you, brother.
Well, guess what? KD Louder just came out of the locker room. I don't know. He was getting treatment on
Willis Reed on.
Yeah, he was getting treatment on his hamstring. So KDL is in the building.
What is happening? How y'all doing?
Man, we're gonna have to Ike Turner you, brother. Five.
Hey man. I was actually up at 9:30 to be honest. Some alarms worked, some alarms didn't. I set it for the wrong day.
For the wrong day.
Yeah. So I was up at 9:30.
It sounded like you had too much Cinco on your DeMayo.
Those are facts. Those are facts.
And we
I
was
apologize for
together.
my lateness, man, but
And we was
I'm
together
here. Let's
yesterday.
get it. I'm here. Let's get it. I apologize for my lateness. I'm here. Let's get it. What up, Gandy? See you Thursday. Hey, look. I heard the conversation. Being the drill was called Get It.
Yep.
You got two people here. Coach rolls the ball out, and the first person to it, you got to dive on the floor.
Dive on the floor. Yep.
It's called Get It. Yep. We did that a lot. I hated it, but I was always fast. So he used to throw it, just throw it. When it bounces off the wall for the next, right? I used to get it.
Hey, Coach Mandarino, next time I see you, I might ask you head or gut, because you always pitted me up against the center. Now that big ass laying on me, diving on me.
But if you had the center, you was gonna beat him to the ball. It was about the guard.
They knew that. They knew that. So I would have the ball. So the center, he gonna lay on me.
Oh, they fall on you.
He gonna lay on me.
They still dive. Okay.
Yeah, on purpose.
Shout out to Coach Turner, man. Made me a better player doing that. Shout out to Coach Turner.
Yeah, that was but I think that was different. That was like hustling for the ball, getting a loose ball. These cats fall for no damn every little tug, every little nudge. They just flopping around on the damn floor. Get up, man. You supposed to play big. Bigs play big. They upright. You didn't see the Kareems and Shaqs and them rolling around on the floor all the time. Well, Shaq later in his career. But you didn't see Elijah and them constantly on the floor like you see these bigs today. You don't, and I'll get Joker props. You never see Joker on the floor.
You don't see Joker. Now you see Embiid. You see Embiid.
Embiid stay on the floor.
But you don't see Joker. AD falls just for God knows why.
He'll look better than that right now. That's why he's not getting hurt as much.
Hey, when they turn the AC on in the stadium, it blows him down.
Yeah, for no reason.
Now, question for you, for both of y'all. KDL, I know how you gonna go because you already made your comments about the Suns. But if the Suns go down in the gentleman's sweep, that's the 4-1. What is your thoughts on KD? Now, Kev, you said, oh, they don't have a bench and all of that. But I'm going to tell you like this. Before the deal was done, they knew that going in. But they said Booker and KD, they can do it. They can do it. So, Kev, I'm going to let you go last. Lefty, your thoughts on it.
Before you go, Lefty, hey, Jerome Gandy, don't you ever bring up Sam Kimelli in my life. Carry on.
Yeah, you got to raise your camera. Your head cut off.
Carry on.
Yeah. What was the question again, man? My bad. You said KD.
He's trying to put this on KD. That's why he made me laugh. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to put it on KD, but what I'm saying is KD has jumped from OKC to Golden State to Brooklyn. Now he's with the Suns. What does this do for his legend, his career? You know, let's talk about it.
Well, we kind of discussed that when he came out and said about, I just want to play ball. I don't care about rings and people saying and this, that, and other. All of a sudden, you know, to me, it was a cop-out. It was a cop-out. You, Kevin Durant, you still one of the best players in the world, one of the best scorers of all time. Like, you just are. And the whole thing with him is, to me, he needs to win one outside of Golden State to solidify his legacy. So it'll be another failure for him if he doesn't. I'm with you, Kev. I'm not blaming this on KD if they don't win. I'm not at all. I think Denver's just a deeper, better team. But yeah, it's gonna definitely be another striker against them. Because like you said, this is his fourth team? OKC, Golden State, Brooklyn, now here. This team 4. You know, and you still haven't Steph won without you. You still ain't won without Steph. You went from being considered one of the best players on the planet, and now you just want to be I just want to go out and just do my things, be a part of the team. No, you Kevin Durant. You the dude. Like, be the dude. Embrace it. Take it on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it's another strike against him. I don't think nobody will blame this on him, but it'll be a strike against him. Go ahead, Kev. You take it.
I don't think this will be a strike against him. Phoenix does not have a bench. I told y'all when they made the trade, I said, this ain't the year for Phoenix. I said
But they
that.
knew that.
I agree with that.
And here we are, round 2 against a better team. And it just so happened that it's coming to fruition. They don't have a bench. Devin Booker and now Chris Paul go. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant can't play 48 minutes a damn game, put up 40 apiece, and think y'all for the advance. You don't have enough. So when they lose this series, you can't then say that's a mark on Kevin Durant's career. It's not. He got traded in the middle of the year. So y'all telling me he had a half a year to win a championship. How is this a mark on his career because he didn't win this year?
Kev,
He didn't have a chance to win this year, dog.
Can I
You
ask you
can't
this?
count this year. People are going to count it.
Yeah, but
People are going to say,
can I ask you a
you went to
question?
Phoenix. You had Devin Booker. Why you ain't win?
Right, but didn't he? Doesn't
This
part
ain't
of
the
it?
year to do it. They don't have a team.
But it's part of it that he asked to go to Phoenix.
He did.
He wanted to go there.
Yes.
It wasn't
He didn't say, I want to go to Phoenix and I'm going to win in 4 months. Being there, I'm going to win a championship. That's not fair.
KD
not
can't
fair.
hide from the ring talk, bro. He can't.
It's not fair, man. He didn't have a chance to win this year. He just got there in February, bro.
Hey, Kev, he can't hide from it, bro.
There. And when he got there, he got hurt.
Well,
come on, man.
We won't even talk about him slipping in the shoot around, but
I mean, it was a ridiculous injury. But what I'm saying is when he got there, he got hurt. So the man sat out a month. You want him to come back with a depleted roster and win a championship. If you don't, then that goes against his record.
I mean,
that's bullshit.
Can you answer me this? Does any team KD on, don't they become a championship contender? Any team?
Yeah, when they had the right roster.
No,
I think everywhere he goes, he's a contender.
They don't have a bench.
He didn't have a bench in Brooklyn.
Listen. If Phoenix gets a bench over the summer and they retool their roster a little bit so he has some firepower coming off the bench, then it's right for you to next year. It's right for you to put him in that category. They got to win the championship. I agree. But with this team he got traded to, the reason they traded him was to give up the damn bench. You can't expect him to walk in there and win no championship, especially he got hurt when he got there. And he was coming off injury when they traded him. Come on, man. You got to factor all that in, man. Let's be fair.
So
public perception is going to be against him, though, bro. You know,
right, man.
You know
that's not right.
AD is top 5, top 3 in the league. Are we correct on that?
Oh, facts.
Okay.
I agree with that.
This is what my knock on KD is he does not make people better on the team. Last night, case in point, Aiden. You know how many points he had, Kev? 4.
I mean, you know what?
4. That's your starting center. Your starting center, and he averages way more than that, but you got 4 points the whole game.
Yeah, but KD ain't never been no distributor either, though. He a scorer.
Okay, you want to talk about that?
He's a
scorer. You want to talk about that? DeAndre Ayton ain't played good the whole damn series. The whole series. That ain't KD's fault.
Joker took him to bed.
You gotta make your players that suit up with you.
He's not an assist man. Don't do that.
You gotta make
let's not do that.
When you know that you got a bench.
Let me stop
you. You don't have a bench. You gotta make somebody. You gotta get a Jed Bushler out there, somebody that can hit a shot unexpectedly.
I agree with that.
The dance, somebody got to step up, and the leader. Well, he ain't the leader of that team. It's Booker.
I agree with you. A GFY to the dancer. But look here.
My cousin.
Look here. KD, don't do that, man. Don't do that. That's not LeBron that passes the ball, scores when he wants, right? That ain't him. KD ain't never been that dude. Don't do that. Don't put him in the category of him having 10 assists. That ain't him. DeAndre Ayton ain't scoring because DeAndre Ayton ain't scoring. Don't do that. DeAndre Ayton has his own issues that he needs to solve now that he got that money, right? Now that he pouting at the coach, he has to play better. He has to figure out his role in the series. And with Chris Paul gone, he needs to be more of a scorer. He has to figure that out. That ain't on KD. Because why you ain't blaming Booker? Why you ain't blaming Booker for giving him the ball?
Oh, Booker gonna get his smoke. I just ain't got to him yet. But since you want to talk about this, let's look at game 2. Lakers Golden State. Steph wasn't having a great shooting game, but what did he start to do? He made everybody around him better.
Well, it helps when you got 15 shooters around you too.
And Clay like he was throwing.
Clay went nuts. Right.
Clay was throwing a beach ball in the ocean. He couldn't miss.
I'm just saying. Steph ended up with 20, but he had 12 assists, and he was hitting players all over the court. Green was getting buckets off them assists. I mean, that's all you saw was, like I said, he. You better get him. You better get him. He made people around him better when all the focus was on him. KD can't do that.
True. No. KD is a scorer.
Yeah, KD is what he is.
You ever remember Kobe Bryant's assist? God rest his soul. You remember Kobe Bryant's assist in the game?
It wasn't a lot.
Well, okay.
He was a scorer, man. People do what they do. You ever remember Tracy McGrady's assist in the game? Like, people do what they do, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Hey, and back to that Golden State Lakers thing. Great point. Like, I love how Steve Kerr pulled the old Looney was sick, so I started somebody else. When in all actuality, it was a great adjustment. Especially, it was a great adjustment to counter what the Lakers were doing by having AD and LeBron play off Looney and Green. I mean, Draymond and Looney, they were playing like daring them to shoot. So having two guys out there one time like that, it allowed the Lakers defense to be better. Green can hit an open three. So it was a last second great adjustment move. They didn't have to say he was sick. Just say you benched him in the adjustment. They talking about his stomach was hurt or something. But I don't know.
You couldn't take Draymond out because Draymond is the point forward.
Right.
So he chose Looney. Yeah. Good move, Steve Kerr. It's all good.
Hey, Lakers fans, stop wasting Hachimari's golden efforts. That's all I got to say. Don't waste his efforts, man.
They got to 5 minutes for him. The problem is he plays, he do a little bit, and Ham takes him out because he got defensive dudes in there. He don't play no deep.
Hey, he played 22 minutes.
Brown in there.
He played 22 minutes and dropped 21 points.
He did. He can score.
Why is this man not on the floor?
He can score, but you got to.
Why ain't he on the floor?
He can score. He plays, but he don't play a lot. It's a defensive offensive give. It's no different than AD can't come out the paint and contest those threes. He stays in the paint with Looney or somebody, which is why they coming off screens and they shooting the three wide open. AD can't come out there. So it's like an offensive defensive thing. He plays a little bit. He should play more. I agree with you.
Ryu was balling, but they kept going to Austin Reeves. And Austin Reeves gave you nothing.
Austin Reeves will have an Austin Reeves game at some point in LA. Trust me.
Oh yeah. He gonna click one in.
At some point in LA, he gonna have an Austin Reeves game.
Well, and the other side of it, remember, man, you stick in Golden State, those guys are constantly moving.
You
tired, man. Like Like Austin Reeves chasing Clay around. Like, and then to expect him to come on the offensive end and still do what he do, that's a tall order. You know what I mean? That's not easy. So I mean I see exactly where it's going. I think the counter to that is Austin needs to attack Clay more, make him play a little harder on defense.
Yeah,
make him play a little harder on defense, attack him. You know, attack him and Steph. Like D'Lo and Reeves should be going at them every chance they get. And I think it'd be smart for Hachimura to play more and give LeBron a little more of a rest, especially like early in the quarters. So especially in the like, you know, third quarter, and have LeBron as fresh as you can for the fourth. He can sustain the offensive side while LeBron's on the bench. That's the good thing. You know, he plays that fourth spot same as LeBron plays. And then even some lineups where you got both of them out there together, like them Hachimura, AD, and LeBron out there together. That's a tough matchup for Golden State because they're not big. Like size-wise, they'll kill them.
Yeah.
Hey, Kev, in other news, your boy is going to play for the Australian national team, Ben Simmons.
What?
I don't know why they want it.
What are you going to do, stamp passports?
So my question is,
what the hell are you going to do?
How you can't play for Brooklyn, the team that pays you, and all of a sudden you healthy enough to play for the Australian team? Brooklyn just asked themselves that question.
I just thought I'd throw that out there, man. You know, when I saw that, I said, "You got to come on, man. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me?"
Lakers by 10 tonight.
Now, before we move over into Lefty, we're gonna go into your Lefty logic next, man. Where we're gonna get into some NFL. But I did want to talk about Stephen A's comments about Steph.
Why don't we talk about Stephen A's comments about AD? It was spot on.
Well,
go ahead.
I mean, water's wet. But his comments about Steph replacing LeBron on the Mount Rushmore if he beats him and wins another championship. Let's talk about it.
False.
KDL, what's your thoughts on that, man?
False.
I'm not a LeBron fan, right? I'm a Laker fan. And LeBron's defense, that's ridiculous. Right? I know we get caught in the moment. Steph run off 50. Steph do Steph. Steph hitting everything, going to the hole, he doing floaters. And Steph is cocky too. See, Steph gets away with a lot of shit talking too. Don't nobody say nothing about him because they like him. He's a shit talker too. Jordan Poole's is worse. But Steph, he does a lot, man. He does a lot. Gotta watch him.
Yes, it's a quiet shit talking under the radar. But he gets it in. He gets it in.
He gets it in, bro. You gotta watch him. Don't nobody ever say nothing about him. He talks a lot of shit, a lot of jesters, a lot of, he does a lot of shit.
That was me. Damani was he was Draymond.
I wasn't that bad.
Bro.
But to stick to the topic, you don't take LeBron off and put Steph on. That's utterly ridiculous. I don't know what Stephen and Jay Williams came on and checked him on that. Everybody else don't want to challenge him when he goes on his rants. Don't nobody want to challenge him. Kendrick Perkins will do it every once in a while. He'll stand down. JJ Redick would do it. Like you gotta challenge him when he say ridiculous shit.
Yeah, that.
If you do a Rushmore, you gotta obviously we gotta take someone off. You gonna put him on, right? The choice ain't LeBron.
The choice ain't nobody.
Right.
Nobody can take
right. Let's start there. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna do it, you don't pick LeBron to take him off.
Right.
It's ridiculous anyway. In beginning with. But
so is Steph top 10? Is Steph top 10?
Yeah, Lefty. Top 10. I get top 10.
Oh yeah.
You ain't got him at 10? I got him about 9 or 10. I got him down there.
Who you taking off?
I'm not ready to replace him to put him over any other the Jordans, the LeBrons, the Magics. I'm not ready to put him there. I mean, Steph, greatest shooter of all time. Right, exactly. That's the question. Like Steph, clearly greatest shooter of all time. Like let's give him that. The boy can shoot the lights out. That's what he does. He's a defensive liability. Boy plays zero.
So right there, high top 10.
Hold on. Now stop it. I ain't gonna say that.
He's top 10.
He's
right there.
Defensive liability.
Come on now. He's not Michael Porter Jr. He is not Michael Porter Jr. So let's stop that.
No, Michael Porter Jr. don't try. That's different. He don't even try to play defense. Michael Porter Jr. is Ole.
Ole.
He like switch. He ain't gonna fight through no screens. Michael Porter Jr. ain't doing shit.
He yelling switch and ain't even nobody. He in a one-on-one situation.
It wasn't no pick. He like switch.
Hey man, hey, let's go ahead and do it, man. Let's. Whoa, will we? Oh, will we? Some may say
liability.
Magic was a defensive liability.
Hey, Will Wheat, you watch your mouth. Magic Johnson stays in the top 10 regardless.
But when you talk about, I mean, he got a point.
I mean, Magic
Johnson stays in the top 10 regardless. You watch your mouth, Will Wheat.
You got to look at it like this with Magic. Magic wasn't a great defender, but think about it, man. Most of the time, he was guarding guys faster than him because he was a 6'9" point guard.
Yeah, he was 6'9". Right.
So now Byron Scott usually took the smaller guards or whatever, and he would end up sneaking a 2 or 3 or 4.
Hey, Lefty.
Nah, I ain't
hey, Lefty. Hey, Lefty.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge worked Magic. Stop it.
Did what?
Dennis Johnson was the defensive dude.
Right, Dennis Johnson
was worked Magic.
They worked Danny Ainge in the damn conversation.
Come on, man. They worked Magic.
Danny Ainge was the shooter. Dennis Johnson was the defensive dude. Don't you put Danny Ainge in the same conversation as a defense conversation? Don't do that.
Man, I don't
I'm
know.
not saying they was defense, but they worked Magic on offense. That's what I'm saying. Hold on.
Hold on, the fumes from that car wash behind you, but I think you high.
Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge also worked Mike. When Mike had 63, they had 20 and 30.
Right. So let's compare. One dude had 63. The two of them had 30.
Hey, that's 50 points.
And when you scoring 63, you ain't playing that much defense.
Well, those are facts. Those are facts. Hey, let's go ahead and switch it up. Sean, give us that Lefty logic, man. And let's hear what Lefty has to say on the NFL. Let's go. Let's get it.
Lefty's logic.
Welcome to another Lefty's Logic. And today, draft is over. All the draft picks
Lefty's Logic brought to you by the Zanzibar. Keep it going.
Live from the Zanzibar on Stony. Yeah. So, post draft, all the picks are in. They had rookie minicamp yesterday. The grades for the Bears draft has pretty much been positive. All I saw was everywhere between A and B. A, like A minus B. Everybody gave them a great draft. So I want to bring in the super back himself, Sean. Jump in here. Let's talk about this draft that Ryan Poe's second draft pick. Second draft that he's done. I'm gonna ask you, like, how did you feel about the draft overall, every round?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Thanks for having me on. I think I'm happy with it. I'm ecstatic with it. You can't get everything in one draft, but he came pretty close. Now you got some undrafted free agents. You got some veteran free agent signings you got to make. But as far as the draft goes, I gave it a B to B plus. Had he gotten an edge guy and it didn't have to be a stud edge, just the edge. I probably would have given it an A, but BB plus. He did a lot for this team. All right, he protected Justin. All right, with a dude who's nasty. All right, you'd already signed Nasty Nate to the right guard. His temperament. We know Tevin Jenkins, his temperament. So we got a lot of nasty dudes on that offensive line. That's the type of line you want to run behind and you want to throw behind. He addressed the defensive tackle issue. He got two guys in Javon Dexter and the kid from South Carolina,
Zach Pickens.
Those two guys, I like. They're interchangeable, and I like them both. When people and this is the thing that people don't understand, and people I love if you don't understand football, this is when I love talking to you because it makes you sound dumb. People are talking about his lack of production at Florida, all right, and they're talking about Javon Dexter didn't do this, didn't do that. His takeoff's not very good, and then Ryan Post told you what his situation was, and Javon Dexter told you his situation. The type of scheme that he was in, it wasn't for him to be a penetrator. It was for him to stalemate, to read and mirror what his offensive lineman was doing. So if you're going to mirror somebody, your job is not to penetrate. Your job is to stay at the line of scrimmage and move with that lineman.
Yeah.
So if you're moving with that lineman, you're not going after the quarterback getting sacks. So his sack numbers are low because that's it.
He's creating bottlenecks and
exactly
jamming things up.
So I like that. The Zach Pickens thing, dude, he's mad. He's mad as a mug, dude. I'm telling you. He was like, you heard him. I'm going to be 10 times better in the NFL than, I was in college. And he was good in college. I'm not saying he's going to be. I'm saying I like his mentality because now he feels like he has something to prove. So you got some young, yeah. So he's got some young studs in there already with the free agents that he signed. And what did I tell you guys before? I need waves. We need rotational players. We need guys. Yeah. These youngsters come in. They're on one. All right. Zach Pickens got to prove something. Carter Dexter wants to prove something. I love it. I love it. The cornerback. The DB.
Tyreek Stevenson.
Yes. Love him. Man, I love him.
On him.
I had
starter.
Yeah, I had Jared Payton on yesterday on my show. And he loves him. And not just because he's from the U, because trust me, Jared told me he made sure to tell me he's from the U. But the thing is, he's physical, and he's a dual cornerback, meaning he's good in man or zone. And a lot of times you play that Tampa 2, so it's a cover 2 zone, and he'll knock you, he will dislodge you from the ball. Him and Jaquan Brisker. Now we got some hitters back there. Yeah. We got some hitters. We can move Kyler Gordon back into the slot, which he started doing well at. I like what they did, man. They got depth and they got special teams help in Noah Sewell. Noah Sewell's going to play for the kid from Oregon, linebacker from Oregon. I was telling Jared yesterday, I'm like, you know what? Noah Sewell is that guy that you don't want to cut back one too many times if you're a ball carrier. He's that dude that's always coming. He's not the fastest dude, but he's that dude that's always coming. You take that one more cutback and he ear holes you and you're seeing stars. All right. So I like that. I like the kid out of Stanford, so safety. I really like his draft. The kid from Kennesaw State, that dude looks like he's a monster, just waiting to be unleashed.
Yeah, that's a big dude. He is.
So he dominated at his level, and that's the thing you got to do if you're getting a guy from a 1AA or 2 or 3. First and foremost, you got to see, do they dominate at their level? Because if they don't dominate at that level, there's no reason to take them. All right. He dominated at that level. He was a half a step ahead of everybody else, jumping through holes, a great takeoff. Perfect. Now let's see how you do with the big boys. I'm not saying you won't do well.
So with that being said, because we talked about day 1 and 2 picks. So out of the day 3 picks, Roshan Johnson, running back, Tyler Scott, wide receiver, Cincinnati.
Yeah, we didn't get to day 3, but oh man.
Yeah, Noah Sewell, who we just talked about, Terrell Smith, another corner who they say is pretty tough as well.
Minnesota,
Travis Bell, defensive tackle, and
Kennesaw.
Kendall Williamson, who you just mentioned, is talked about as well. So out of those day 3, who are you most excited to see? Like you really want to
Scott,
see?
wide receiver.
I mean, same here. Same here. At first, I was saying Zach Pickens. I really want to because I'm hearing a lot about him. But
I'm excited him. But
I've
Scott,
been watching Tyler Scott's highlight reels. Man, this dude with the ball in his hands is something.
well, he's always open.
Yeah.
Like he's always running away from somebody. Like it reminds me of Jordy Nelson. Remember in the Bears and Packers twice a year, that son of a gun was 10 yards behind coverage twice a year. And I was like, how the hell does this dude? He just did it last year and the previous 2 years. How you let him get behind? This guy's got great speed, and it serves twofold. One, if they can't sign Darnell Mooney or Chase Claypool, now you got a guy. If Bayless Jones don't get his act together, now you got a guy. All right, because you can't have 26-year-old because Chase Bayless Jones will be 26. You can't have 26-year-old projects, man. This is the NFL. 26. You should be in your prime at this point, not a project.
Exactly.
So he's that dude, man. I really like him. I can't believe he was there when we got him. I can't believe that at all.
That's what a lot of people are saying is a steal.
What the hell is that all about?
It was a steal. How you feel?
I want to, dude. I'm thinking just, and he's not just a burner. He's a route runner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally impressed with him. I'm really excited to see what him and Justin do. You know, and it really elevates the talent in that wide receiver room, the competition, which is what I want in all position battles, but it really elevates the competition and the level of play in that wide receiver room. Now you got to come with your A game because we got people here. You got youngsters who are ready to go. You got veterans who want a new contract, who may want to stay with the Bears because they like where they're going. Man, at EQ St. Brown, hey, I know they kept you for blocking purposes, but man, if these guys can block at all, you might be.
Hey,
trouble,
that wide receiver room is crowded.
I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt this Bears fest without saying, shout out to the New York Giants on a great draft too. We got a cornerback. We got a cornerback that's going to be that dude. But carry on. I know this is a Bears show. Carry on.
Kev, I will say you are absolutely spot on, but I hope he doesn't get the Giants curse. 3 games and then he out. It's a curse.
He'll be all right. He's a bad boy. He'll be all right.
We've been talking draft and all of that. Now, the Bears got a stockpile of money still.
Oh yeah.
So, who do you want to see them going after? I mean, you got
the kid from Indy. Ngakoue.
Yannick.
Yannick.
Not Yannick Noah.
Right.
He gonna be on cloud 9 if you get him.
You got
as a kite.
What they say, Frank Clark is out there from the Chiefs.
Frank Clark's out there.
Carol Lawson from the Jets. I mean, that defense was bananas last year.
Leonard Floyd.
You even get Darren Payne from the Commanders that's going to be out there. You got Hargrove from the Eagles. I mean, you even got Leonard Floyd out there from the Rams. I mean, there's a lot of players out there. Who do you really want to see? Who do you want to see? Bring Quinn back? What?
Just saying, he out there. He's a free agent.
Bring Quinn back.
I wouldn't mind Quinn coming back. He's familiar. All right. And I think you bring in Robert Quinn back with this influx of talent is going to make him even better. All right, because that pocket's going to be collapsed. Like you're going to dent the pocket. You're going to crush it from the inside. And now you got Robert Quinn. I mean, how many times did we see Robert Quinn get some pressure, but the quarterback just step up and replace where Robert Quinn came from, or move to where Robert Quinn came from because there was no pressure up the middle. Now you got some youngsters, man, who are hungry. You got a nice road. You might have 4 to 6 different rotational guys from the 1 tech and the 3 tech, and some of them are interchangeable. So if you want to go a little NASCAR package or a little lighter package, you know what I mean? It can determine who you put in. I like it. I like it a lot.
You know,
and I think his familiarity with the team and the coaching staff, and he was like, a lot of guys hated to see him go. He was like the veteran leader.
Fan favorite.
But the teammates loved him. So even as a locker room guy, he knows the scheme. he kind of already has a relationship with the coaches, and some of the younger players are already there. So Quinn would be a good pickup.
Well, Roquan Smith cried, and a week later didn't know he was gone.
Facts.
Yeah, well, Roquan.
So they like him.
Yeah, Roquan is a whole nother story. we talked
We're
off
not
air
touching
about
that
Roquan.
We're not gonna touch that one.
I'm just saying, man.
Now I do
That was
like
the guy.
that free
Really,
agent
that was the
pickup.
guy.
I like the cat that they got from the Titans.
Walker Billings.
Marcus Walker.
Yeah.
Walker.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like you got like the influx of talent. It's a whole different ball game when you got
And
people.
he's
back.
really interchangeable inside and out.
Yeah, when you get talent, you know what I mean. And we were talking about making people better. Well, we'll stay on the defensive side of the ball. When you got guys that you know can make plays, or guys that are a little better than just average, man, God forbid they start to become good or very good or great. You got guys. I mean, this team is totally revamped. You got guys and people are competing, which is what you want in a football team. They're fighting. They're fighting for spots because they understand what's happening. They understand what's going on the offensive side of the ball. They understand how Justin Fields is going to be the dude. In about 2 to 3 years, Justin Fields is going to be that dude. He'll be in the same breath with some of the other top quarterbacks, and you're going to have to mention his name. But now, and right now,
I don't know about that, but go ahead.
You mentioned his name because of runs right now. All right. There's no throw he can't make. And you've seen some of the throws in flashes. All right. And you've also seen a lot of drops. So, hey, now you got receivers who ain't dropping that ball. It's going to be a whole
and I think like we talked about before, Sean, second year in the system. Like
Bingo.
So now he's in this offseason, he's not learning the system. He's actually like working on his craft, the things.
He's not learning the system.
Yeah.
Chase Claypool's not learning the system.
Yep. They know it.
Bayless Jones isn't learning the system.
Kev, you love to go in on Claypool. I see it in your eye right now.
All right, so you got some
Right.
guys. The newcomers are learning the system, but give me 1 or 2 or 3 guys who have to learn the system, as opposed to the entire offense learning the system,
Right.
and I'll take that any day.
Sean, I got a question. You say he can make every throw. When have you seen him make every throw? At Ohio State?
Nope. Give me a throw. Give me talk. You want a deep
That
ball?
was
You want to
last
cross
year.
the body? Do you want roll into his left? You want to roll into his right? Do you want him sitting in the pocket? Which particular throw are you talking about? Because I can go
Well,
after all of them.
You
want to talk
say he can make every throw,
every
and I've
single
seen the
one.
man drop back and run for his life. So when is he proved that he can make every throw in the NFL? When has he proved that?
He's proved that over his first 2 years. Now
That
he
Kev,
wasn't
I gotta-
how because he's
I
made
got to
those
throw
throws.
a flag, Sean,
So
on that
here's-
one because he made every throw.
Don, the man led the league in rushing as a quarterback and was about to break the all-time record. There's a reason for that.
So Kev,
So
I
he
get
ain't
what you
proved that he
saying.
can throw every
The
damn
reason
throw.
is because he can run.
Look,
Kev,
no,
I
he
get
can
what
run.
you saying.
But listen. Y'all don't want to admit this as Bears fans, right? Because y'all like Justin Fields. Hell, I like Justin Fields. But Justin Fields has not proved himself being the dude as a quarterback in the NFL yet.
Did
He
I say he was
simply
a
hasn't.
dude at quarterback? I said
You
he could
guys
make every
are
throw.
going off his
No.
potential and what he can be.
Mm-mm.
He has not proved that he can be the number one dude mentioned with the greats, like you said a couple years down the line, son. He has not proved that yet. And that's unfair for us to be on this dude's jockstrap like he's done that. He is
Kev,
not.
you taking Sean's comments way out of context, man, because he has made every throw. Now,
I didn't.
has
now
he
he hasn't done it
consistently?
How?
Has he done it consistently? Is the
Has he been able to
issue?
do it
That's
on
what
a
you need to
consistent
say
basis?
consistently.
When has he made every throw?
Okay, so let's talk about it. All right, you've seen him with deep balls down the sideline, which are his best balls. Have you? Yes or no? Have you seen those?
I have seen it.
Okay, have you
One
seen
or
him?
2 times.
So I didn't ask you. But that's the throw. That's the throw that he can make that he's made. Okay.
Oh, so we saying if he makes the throw 1 or 2 times, then he's okay.
But you're saying that he you don't know that he can do it. Well, he's shown you he's done it. Unfortunately, last year, when the recipe for last year was the fact that he couldn't sit back there a lot of times, or sometimes he held the ball too long last time. So that was, and I'm not going to absolve him from his mea culpa. I'm not going to do that either.
Right. So how do you see him mentioned with the greats?
I didn't say how, because when you have talent, look at the games that we had. There was about 4 or 5 different games that we could have won. 2 we probably would have won, and 2 or 3 more that we had the opportunity to win that were not Justin Fields' fault. Okay, we're talking about the Chase Claypool where he got pulled down, and on 3rd down it should have been pass interference, and then EQ St. Brown has the ball go right through his hands on the 4th down. If you remember that, Justin can't do anything about that. I'm not saying they would have won that game.
I agree with that.
I'm saying they would have had the opportunity. Then you look at the Vikings game when Emir Smith-Merced, all right, trying to. It was one that possession. Clown. He was trying to show out in front of his old teammates. All of a sudden, his ball gets stripped behind because he's shaking instead of getting his ass out of bounds. That's 2 games. Then the Miami the Niner game, the Dolphin game. Cairo Santos misses the extra point. We lose by 1 point. That would have been tied. Would have gone to overtime. That's 3 games. Then you talk about the Commanders.
I mean, I can give you games the Giants should have won too. Like I can give you that.
We're talking.
I'm talking about Justin Fields,
and I'm talking about Justin Fields too. And this is it. So he can't throw it and catch it. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. You had Darnell Mooney double clutch that thing against the Commanders on the goal line where if he catches it, touchdown, game over. So Justin Fields is doing everything that he can do. Again, he can't throw it and catch it at the same time downfield. He can't do it. So that's 4 games off the top of my head. I know there's 2 more, but I can't remember.
Well, what about when Justin Fields holds the ball and gets sacked unnecessarily?
Yeah, that's something you got to work.
What about when Justin Fields misses clean open throws that he should make?
Show me he's either holding the ball
or he misses the throw.
Show me a quarterback.
He's either holding the ball or he misses the throw. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can. Let's talk about it. Because you know what? Everything that he's doing, you name me any quarterback in the history of the NFL who's never missed a wide open receiver, who's never overthrown. Okay, so he's learning. So he's at a spot where he's learning, and he's learning in the NFL game because he doesn't have to run for his life this year. Well, that was the plan anyway, and I don't think it's going to be, again, the same formula, the recipe last year. He'll be able to sit back in the pocket. And you've seen when he's able to sit back in the pocket, you've seen that at Ohio State, what he can do.
At Ohio State, yeah.
So question for you, for all you guys. Do you see him making that Jalen Hurts jump this year? Do you see you know for you?
You don't have the talent that Jalen Hurts has. Jalen Hurts,
DJ
brought in AJ Brown. They brought in AJ Brown. They brought in the Heisman winner from Alabama. Like AJ Brown has some Jalen Hurts has some talent around him.
And the Bears don't. DJ Moore, Claypool, that's not talent.
Well, you don't throw the ball to Claypool. I want to see you throw the ball to him first. Don't include him until you throw him the damn ball. Okay, don't include him.
So would you agree that DJ Moore and AJ Brown?
But you can't say that because he didn't throw the ball to Brown before he got there either, and he already had half a season with Chase Claypool. So now he
didn't throw the ball to Claypool. So I'm not including Claypool until you throw him the damn ball. Well, so let's not count him name-wise because you don't throw him the damn ball.
Claypool didn't know the offense either. You know how hard it is to come in mid-season and learn
so,
the offense?
So 5-6 games, he still don't know. He out there, but he don't know the offense. So we're not going to throw the ball.
Yeah, you know how long it takes to learn the offense?
Stop. Don't do that. Stop.
Then explain to me why that same offense is having a problem with a veteran quarterback in Seattle. Same offense, the offensive coordinator from Green Bay is in Seattle. You had Russell Wilson, you had DK Metcalf, you had Lockett. So you had 2 good receivers. So why was that? So don't discount the fact that offense is difficult to run to learn. When you got a Super Bowl winning quarterback, you got a first round talent in DK Metcalf. So
y'all making an excuse. Y'all making an excuse that y'all didn't throw Claypool the ball. But now all of a sudden you fitting them in this year's plans. Stop, man. Stop. The man was out there. Clearly was one of the best receivers on the team, and you didn't throw him the damn ball. And now y'all gonna say, well, he didn't know the offense. Stop.
No, I agree. He needs to
get the ball more. This year. He gonna know the offense this year. Stop.
Yeah, you had 5 or 6 games or 7 games, whatever. You had an off season. Yeah, no, and
Stop.
trust me.
Stop.
And now
Stop.
he's not going to be required to be the man. He's not, and that's going to help him a lot.
DJ Moore's the
DJ
dude.
Moore took that. As soon as he stepped in the building, he
I
is the
agree with
man.
that. DJ Moore is your best wide receiver. I agree with that.
So now you got. So now, so who you going to double? Who you going to shade? Who you going to bracket?
Nobody ain't gonna double. Nobody.
See, okay, go ahead. Don't double DJ.
Right.
Do me
Don't
a favor.
double DJ Moore and watch what
Don't
happens.
double DJ Moore, please. I double dog there.
Well, Justin Fields got to throw on the ball.
And
we gotta see this work, man. Because he didn't have an offensive line last year while he led the league in running. He didn't have an offensive line. So we got to see this work. The potential of it working, I agree with you guys. Yes. But we got to see it work. We got to see him step back in the pocket, have the time to throw the ball, and let's see him go after DJ Moore. Let's see he still got Mooney. Let's see him include Claypool, who finally know the offense.
Negro.
Let's see it happen. Y'all going off potential.
Being counted, put it in the books. Bears top 10 offense this year in the league.
I don't know this year. I'll say 20. I'll say 24.
Now all of a sudden they're the top 10 offense.
Negro dominant.
So I'll say 24.
Top 10.
24. 24, Damani. I'm right next to you. Hell, I might even be in front of you this year. I'm not.
Top
10. They'll be good. I'll say top 10. No, top 20, maybe even top 15. But I say more of a top 20 offense. Yeah, they'll be in a top half this season.
Somebody is gonna eat 6 wings fried hard. You want heavy lemon pepper or light,
right?
Whatever you want. We want to hear you say it.
Mild sauce on the side.
Hey, we giving him mild and hot. So just remember this, Kevin. Louder.
We're going to flash back to this show in May.
Yes.
And we're going to
mark it down.
At least what? October? We got to talk about what? October? Because you got to give it a month.
Around October. We're visiting October.
Yeah. We definitely coming back to this.
Yeah. And you know what's going to help? You know what's going to help him? Roschon Johnson, Deontay Foreman, Khalil Herbert. That run game, I'm telling you, that run game is going to be nasty. You saw Khalil Herbert's not a nasty runner. He's a powerful runner. Deontay Foreman is a nasty, powerful and nasty. Roschon Johnson, from his tape at his film over at Texas, is a nasty runner. That's going to help.
It's the reason why dude got traded out of Atlanta, though. Like, I mean, he became it's a reason.
Carolina.
Well, it's a reason.
Not the. I know you're talking about Freeman.
I'm talking about Freeman.
Yeah, Foreman when they traded the running back out of Carolina, went to San Fran. Damn. White boy.
McCaffrey.
When they traded McCaffrey, Foreman went nuts.
He went ham.
Foreman went nuts.
Yeah, he went ham.
He went nuts. And the running back by committee thing, I think, is going to help as well. Look, I'm saying top 10 offense. I think the defense going to still be a little work. I don't think they won't be as bad as last year.
No, definitely not.
They'll be way better than last year.
They won't be very good, but that's a big window.
Right.
That's a really big window. They're going to be a hell of a lot better than they were last year, but they're going to be nowhere near great this year.
And that bar was set pretty low last year.
Very low.
It was a very low bar.
You can't get lower than 30 than last.
Right. You really can't. But if they can, like we saw the potential with them, that 6-game stretch running off 30 points a game. I think this offense this year, with their second year in the system and the additions that they've made, the improvement of the offensive line, that's why I'm predicting top 10 offense. Now, I'm saying it's going to be a Super Bowl and nothing like that. I think this offense is going to be exciting to watch.
Okay, good luck with that.
Well, here's the good part that I'm excited about is that a lot of times we're not going to have. I don't anticipate, or put it this way, we're going to have a lot more short fields. No pun intended, or pun intended if I want, because of that defense. I think the fact that secondary was the strength of our team at the end of the season last year. I mean, you saw how many pass breakups they had, a couple picks, but more than anything, pass breakups. That's with no pass rush. All right, that was with no pass rush. And these guys, I mean, let's not get it twisted, man. They were getting their ass handed to them. Kyler Gordon was getting picked down like a son of a gun all the beginning, first half of the season because he was new. All right, but then at game 10, game 12, all of a sudden he started making plays. And not saying interceptions, but making plays, PBUs, pass breakups, solid tackles, not going to dislodge the receiver from the ball. We're gonna now that we're gonna have a pass rush again. It's not going to be the world's greatest pass rush. Not going to be the New York Sack Exchange from the Jets. It's not going to be the '85 Bears. All right, but it's going to be a better pass rush than we had again, which was very low. We're going to get a few more picks. We're going to have a few more short fields. All right, and that makes a whole bunch of difference. All right, when you have 40 yards, 60 yards to go, as opposed to 75, 80, and that's going to be. And then now we got receivers that we can go get. Because what are you going to do? You're gonna stack the box, okay? Well, it means you can't double team DJ Moore.
Breaking news! Nick Foles looking for work after being cut by the Colts after his first season. Hey, Kev, y'all need a backup?
In other news,
no, we gonna bring him back to the Bears.
In other news, mild sauce tastes good on fried chicken. Carry on.
Bring him back to the Bears.
I think we should. What they need to do, they need to go after a defensive end. And I don't know about Chase Young. I love Chase Young at Ohio State, but he can't stay healthy. His
coming
rookie
off
year,
those 2 injuries or 2
rookie
years.
year,
you know what?
good.
Y'all know Washington did not sign him for an extension. Y'all know that, right?
That's why they're talking about trading him.
Change of scenery does wonders.
Well, it's not about his play. It's never been about his play. It's never.
No, but I'm just saying, change of scenery. Maybe that's a maybe. That's a what if.
You just can't predict injury, and that's the only thing. Is like since he's been injury prone, that's the thing that worries me. If he wasn't injury prone, man, I'd say hell, get all over it.
He wasn't injury prone, they would have signed him.
Yeah, but you know what? The Redskins got a stockpile of that defensive line. They got to make a choice.
They got a defense.
Yeah, but I'm saying they got to make a choice. They tag Payne.
Right.
They got to try to figure that out.
Well, they gave dude his money. Somebody.
Yeah, the other guy they gave money to. So yeah, they got a stockpile there. But
they got to do something.
I'm more in favor of signing a veteran free agent over giving up picks to get Young or whatever, even if it's a 4th, 5th rounder, because I think Poles does great in those rounds. So I want to keep those picks as much as possible. If you could sign, I'm not a big Leonard Floyd guy, even though he was better. He was better in with the Rams with Aaron Donald in the middle.
Y'all would bring Leonard Floyd back if he's available. Yes, y'all would.
I'm saying he's not my choice. He's not my choice.
I can put you on the line with him.
Y'all want to bring him back?
And you'll be great.
Like if he's out there, y'all want to bring him back?
Depend on the option.
Sean, y'all want to bring him back?
What if
he's the last? I mean, you ain't got to pay him a boatload of money. He gonna come in and understand he is what it is. Right. But
I bring him back to the last resort, last 1 or 2. You know, if we and anybody else, like put it this way, he's like my 3rd or 4th call.
Yeah.
So he could come back. I'm just saying he's my 3rd. Just so you know, like he knows, like you weren't our first pick, baby. Sorry.
That's what I say. He gonna understand it is what it is. But if he's like, man, I'm gonna go back to the Bears.
It's the Bears that the Chargers are gonna cut Khalil Mack by June 1st. So
yeah, but that's the money issue though. That's the money.
That's the money. That's what I'm saying. So Matt could come back. I mean, he may be out there.
Here's the thing that I like. If you don't get a stud defensive end, okay, we got 2 first-round picks next year, dog. And if we can't get it here this year, no problem. You do what, man. When the last time it was 2 weeks ago? Remember, I think I even said it on this show. Then you build up the interior, the 1s and the 3s, where you get rotational guys, all right, a whole bunch, and then next year when we get that, let's pray for Carolina. You know, you never play for bad circumstance for anybody, but damn it, let's go Carolina. Let's go 1-16. You get one of those top picks. Now you get your choice of the top defensive end that fits your system in the league next year. You got those things. Got those things.
That's true.
So, you know, you don't need, again, you can't get everything in one draft. This is not a one draft, solution. You can't fix it in one draft. So you get what you can here. Get what you can here. Get a stopgap at defensive end. All right. And then you go back and get the next best 4-3 defensive end coming out next year. And we'll go from there. Because next year, now you start competing for the division title. Like legitimately, and possibly the NFC. It's going to be tough. You still got Philly. You still got San Fran. You got a whole bunch of other teams. But now we'll be in that conversation in 24. Not this year. And 24 moving on, 24, 25, 26.
You're not going to be in the conversation at 24. That's next year.
Yeah, we will be.
He ain't gonna be in that conversation by next
you
year,
know,
bro. Calm down.
23. This season's 23.
Kev, you the ultimate Bears hater, man. We love you for
I'm
it.
just saying, man, you ain't gonna be in a
You
conversation with San Fran and all them by next
you
year.
keep the
Stop.
conversation going by your
Listen,
haterism.
look,
But
man.
wait, but
Listen,
wait. So
you're
when
building.
I
You're
understand.
building.
When was Philadelphia in the conversation? Were they in the conversation 2 years ago? Nope.
They were not.
Philadelphia went out and got a
But
murder for hire
were they
team
in the
in 1
conversation
year.
2
That's
years
how they
ago?
got there.
Were they in a conversation 2 years ago before they
That's
went
not
to
what the
have the
Bears
Super Bowl
did
run?
though this offseason.
Listen.
I
The
took simple question.
Philadelphia went out not
Same
drafted.
playbook, Lefty. Same playbook.
No, it ain't the same playbook. No. Philadelphia went out and got veteran players, and they loaded the squad. So, of course, they had a good year last year because they loaded the squad. The Bears are doing it draft. They got a couple free agents, but they doing draft. Philadelphia did free agents. That's a whole different thing.
Free
Y'all
agent
doing
is not
draft
over with,
and a
Kev.
couple free agents.
But wait,
Philadelphia did all free agents.
Let me ask you the question. The same question that I asked you a minute ago. Was Philadelphia in that conversation to the NFC elite 2 years ago?
Not before they went and did the free agent thing, man.
So we're not in that NFL elite conversation yet either. We're not. And
You're not.
I'm not.
And you won't be by next year.
And I believe, and yes, I believe we will, because there's a thing. Justin Fields isn't that dude yet where he's going to make everybody better. In 24, he's going to start to be on that path. There's quarterbacks: Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees. Those guys make everybody around them better. Justin Fields isn't there yet. He's progressing.
He won't be by next year though.
In 24?
And
no.
Now, if you give me 25, 26, I could go with
and
you.
it's going to be about
24
$6 million on the
next year.
line too.
But that's
Justin Fields won't be in that conversation by next year.
But I said he'll be on 24. He'll be in progress. He'll be en route to that person.
Hey, Kev.
And think about where that's going to take us. We said we have a step forward this year, and then he's at that.
Man, I'm not hating, man. I'm just I need it. So I got to get logic to Bears talk.
Hey,
Kev,
Kev.
there's logic here.
Kev, I got a gift card at your favorite chicken restaurant for you to keep in your back pocket because you getting this crow. You getting this crow.
Y'all told me Justin Fields was gonna be that dude last year.
He was.
He was.
And he ran for his life.
But he was that dude.
He was.
So now he gonna be the dude next year in the same conversation. With
okay,
the top
Kev.
quarterbacks in the league.
Let me ask you this question.
Next year.
24, no. 25. He's gonna be. He's gonna be en route. He'll be in that second tier because he'll be able to do everything in that second tier. See, we're arguing the same point. I'm not saying he's gonna be that dude.
I got a question for Kev.
He's gonna be underneath
question for
Kev. You're damn right. He's gonna be in that conversation.
I just try to keep y'all in rim, man, because y'all vision be way off, and I'm just trying to keep y'all in the rim, man.
I got a
y'all
question
gonna
for
thank
you.
me next year.
I want you to answer this question honestly.
Yes, sir.
Would you take Justin Fields if you had the opportunity right now to take him over your boy? Would you take him
over Daniel Jones?
Yes.
I'll take Justin Fields over Daniel Jones, of course.
All right, that's all I need to hear from you. Hey, we love you,
Kev. That ain't what the hell does that mean?
But
what does that mean exactly?
Why would you take him over your current quarterback right now that they just paid him a bag? Why would
they paid him a bag because we take care of our people.
Why would you take him over your
bag, and it's only a 2-year contract. Hey, your bag ain't came up yet. Your bag ain't came up yet, so just wait on it.
Kev, I'm placing this order with Sharks now for January 1st. 100 wings crow, extra lemon pepper. I'm gonna get you 100. I'm gonna get you 100 for the whole season. Get your pan of wings. Get you a nice pan of wings. I placed the order. The order's been placed.
Hey man, now we got a couple minutes left. I did want to pose this question, man. What are y'all thoughts on Lamar Jackson saying that he's throwing over 6K yards this year?
It's crazy, but it's okay. There's nothing wrong with
it. First of all, he needs to get his hair together. That's number one. Number two, you're not throwing over 6. Like they got him some wide receivers, and they got the offensive coordinator from Georgia, so he'll be throwing the ball more. I'll give him that. But at the end of the day, he's still gonna be Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
he's still gonna take off. He's still gonna do what he do.
I think Lamar, like Kevo, had too much Cinco in his DeMayo when he made that comment. So Carry on.
Well, Kev, I do want you to know that you got some people out here. I can't tell who that is, but you got some people out here that feel what you're saying, but they hate us too.
Now they're not haters,
It
they
is what it
realists.
is.
Shout out to everybody that understand what I'm saying. We're realists.
If you
Yeah, I
guys
get
are
the potential, I get the enthusiasm, I get all that because it's fandom. But let's be real. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, and before we sign off, I forgot to give my shout out to Will Folks who jumped on GFY. You know how me and you do it, but you're still my friend. But yeah, just
Wow.
GFY. I just wanted to put that out there to him.
Well,
So,
on that note, we
can
got
get that
about
out the
5
way.
minutes left, man. So
We'll both
Oh, that's
finally get a
Silk.
quarterback.
That's Facebook user Silk.
we want to give our parting shots, man. So Kev, since you was the last one on your Kyrie stuff today, we'll let you go ahead and give your parting shots right now.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in the whole show. Sorry I wasn't here the whole show, but I apologize for that. Cinco de Mayo is a mother. But hey, shout out to everybody paying attention, man, and riding with us every Saturday. Hey, listen, I won't be on next week. I know y'all gonna miss me, but I won't be on next week. My daughter is getting her master's, man. I got to be in the building for that, so I won't be on
Congratulations,
next.
bro. Congrats.
I won't be on next week. Y'all carry on, man. Appreciate the love.
Hey, congratulations, a little louder. Congratulations, Lefty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out, man. Prayers again to the Barber family as our man TB lays his one on the rest today. The funeral actually was, I think, is probably about to end, but we're able to make it to the visitation yesterday. So prayers to the Barber family, bro. You know we got you. We're here for you. Less than 2 weeks, the Vegas takeover. The Vegas takeover, SmokeFellas in Vegas, man. We're gonna flood your social media. We're gonna be out there, man, and we may have a little surprise for y'all out there. We're gonna see. We've been talking about it, we've been drumming something up. But and once again, to everybody who tunes in every Saturday, we love doing this, man. It's been great. Tomorrow, Licorice Lounge. Day drinking ain't for the week. Co-hosted by the SmokeFellas, celebrating our man Sweet's birthday. So you know it's gonna be a lot of drinks for Drink Sinatra tomorrow, man. So we out here. Y'all know how we do it, man. Follow us all summer. Summertime is just about here. We're gonna get it done, man. Once again, Kev, to your daughter, congratulations, man. It's a great accomplishment. Great accomplishment.
Congratulations, man.
Yes, sir.
We know you go. We know you. We're not gonna ask you to pop in because I don't want to see you with the Jordan cry face because I know you're gonna cry. But rightfully so. If you cried, man, it's okay. So it's okay. But I know you're gonna cry. I'm gonna ask Gandy to make sure he clip a picture of you so we can put it on the show with the Jordan cry face meme. Hey, man. But my favorite player from this year's draft, my man.
Hey, and so his girlfriend is an athlete at another school. We found out.
My man.
They're like, so you got me sitting up here all night.
Hey, man.
Won't be mad. He be that starting quarterback in Tennessee, though. Don't trip if he take that starting job.
He'll get another one. He all good. He'll get another one.
Hey, listen. That's gonna be a shit show during the preseason on who gonna start, all of that. It is what it is. But we'll be coming back to you guys next Saturday. SmokeFellas presents Humidor Sports and Cigars. Hey, we love our people that chime in every week with your comments, man. Y'all are just as hilarious as we are, man. So we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys. The Sports Zone, producer, the Superback, always popping in. Hey, man, as I always say every week, where there's smoke,
there's the fellas.
And your cry face meme is coming. Take